This ARB high output air compressor is for those of you that have a 1987 and up Wrangler that are looking for a compressor to run your ARB air locker as well as be able to be used to air up your tires when you're done on the trail. This compressor is going to install pretty easily in your Jeep. I'll give it a 2 out of 3 wrenches. They do include the wiring harness. Everything is pre-terminated ends, so you don't have to do a whole lot of wiring, but there is a little bit more work there, and we'll talk more about the installation in just a second. So again, this is going to be great for running those air lockers and also for airing up tires. ARB also offers a smaller, less expensive compressor that's designed just to run your lockers and not to air up tires, and they also offer a dual air compressor that's going to put out more CFM to air up your tires that much quicker. So a couple different options from ARB. If you're just looking for a compressor to air up your tires, I would probably go a different route. You can find some compressors that are maybe a little bit larger than this one, but are going to put out more CFM. The nice thing about this, if you are running air lockers, is that your wiring harness that comes with it is going to be very, very complete. You're gonna have your relays, you're gonna have your switches. This also comes with a pressure switch, so it'll turn itself on and off at the proper pressure to run your locker without blowing out any sort of seals. So again, this is really designed to work in conjunction with that ARB air locker and not just as a standalone onboard air system. Now, ARB makes incredibly high quality components. This compressor is no different. However, that also means you're gonna pay a little bit of a higher price for it. Again, if you're just looking for a more simple compressor to air up tires, there are some other options out there, not as many features, not as many things included, but definitely less expensive. But if you have the budget for it, if you're looking for a nice plug and play, easy solution to running your air locker as well as airing up tires, I would definitely recommend taking a look at this compressor. This compressor kit is going to come with everything you're going to need to get it installed. It's going to have a mounting plate, of course the compressor itself, and this wiring harness that is very comprehensive. Like I said, it's going to have your relay, it's going to have your switch, it's going to have fuse. This comes with a pressure switch. Built right into the compressor already is a thermal overload. Now, as with any compressor, you're going to want to make sure that you keep it clean and dry as much as possible. This one is nice and quiet, and because of the way it mounts, even when it's running, it's not going to make a ton of noise. So you could actually mount this right in the cab with you if you choose to, or up high underneath the hood if you want to mount it there. This comes with a small air filter, so even if it is mounted outside and it's a little bit dusty, you're still going to get nice clean air into your compressor. This wiring harness, again, is going to connect to your switch. It's going to connect up to the battery, back to your compressor itself. It's also going to have a leg that can connect directly onto that solenoid so that you can actuate your air locker very easily. So like I said, 2 out of 3 wrenches for this installation, depending on how fancy you want to get with your wiring, how much you want to tuck and how much you want to hide. You could be up to 2 or 3 hours for the installation. If you want to go a little simpler, you could get this installed in probably just over an hour. The first step in the installation is really figuring out where you want to mount the compressor. Once you do that, you'll have to drill a couple of holes and get it mounted up. Then it's just a matter of running your wiring harness. You're gonna have that switch at the dash, you're going to have power, you're gonna have to come back to your compressor. The compressor also has that pressure switch on it, so that's gonna have to go back up to a relay to turn the compressor off when it comes up to full pressure, and you are going to have to get wire and plumbing back to your air locker itself. So this compressor kit with the wiring harness and everything that comes with it runs you right around $275. You can get the smaller compressor that's just designed for the locker for a little bit less, the dual compressor that puts out more CFM for a little bit more. This is gonna fall right in the middle. I do think that $275 is fair. If you are running an ARB air locker, you want something that's also going to air up your tires, and you want a nice easy install because the wiring harness that comes with this makes things very simple to install. I personally have a Vi-Air onboard air system and an ARB air locker. I had to plumb and wire everything together, and it definitely takes a little bit more time. This is going to be a nice easy install, so I think it is going to be worth a little bit extra. So if you're looking for a nice easy to install compressor to run your ARB air locker as well as air up some tires, I definitely recommend taking a look at this high output option from ARB, and you can find it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.